everybody, it's Emily here. I hope that you're doing well. Today I wanted to come on and offer you a self-reflection based meditation. We're here at the end of the academic year, and if you're like me, we're coming to the end of our time as a student at Candler, and so it could be a really useful moment in our life to take some moments of reflection, to think about our time in seminary, to think about just the past few years and how they've impacted us in this current moment. Self-reflection meditations can sometimes be challenging, so I just encourage you to take this at your own pace, and all you really need is an openness and a willingness to dive into the past. Reflection meditations like this can really help us to remember where we've been, who we are, and remind us where we're trying to go and who we're trying to become. So with that being said, go ahead and find a quiet space if you're able. Maybe pause the video, close the door, turn off the lights if you need to, whatever you need to do to get comfortable, and we'll begin. If you want to start seated, that's perfectly fine. Otherwise, if you know you meditate better laying on your back, that's also fine. Just try your best not to fall asleep. If you know you get sleepy during meditations, I invite you just to look down in front of you at a gentle gaze. Otherwise, we'll close our eyes here, settling in, taking a few deep breaths. Maybe even bringing the shoulders up towards the ears, exhaling them down the back. Just check in with your body. Notice where you're touching any objects. Maybe you're touching the floor, a chair, a cushion. Notice if there's any tension or tightness anywhere. Maybe you take note of the temperature of the air. If you're outside, the sunshine or the wind. Any noises around you or inside of you. Try to release any distractions. You can just acknowledge them, those thoughts, and tell yourself that you can come back to those thoughts after this time of meditation. We'll start keeping the body relaxed, but begin to focus the mind. When you're ready, I invite you to begin to take a journey just back in your memory to the start of this academic year. Or if you would like, you can think back all the way to your start of your time at Candler. Whenever you get there, think about what you were feeling at this time of your life. What hopes did you have? What fears or what uncertainties? Take a moment to think about what brought you to this place and what was important to you when you first came to Candler. In other words, what kind of captivated your attention at this time of your life? As you're ready, start to survey your moments, different moments or memories over the past few years or year of your time at Candler. If your mind takes you someplace before Candler, that's all right too. Feel free to go there. But just try to bring to mind specific memories. Maybe you think about trips that you went on or people you met, classes you took, long nights of study, prayers you prayed. And as you take this survey of your past, just notice what stands out. Maybe there's words, images, or sounds that come to mind. Places. Try not to judge what arises for you, but really just start to feel and sense, see these moments. How would you describe this time of your life? As you dive deeper, I invite you just to take some time to think about people, places, any particular event that brought you life and joy. Maybe you think about friendships you have made or experiences you had with those friends, and just go back to that love that you felt, the laughter that you've enjoyed, the smiles that you've had. Maybe you think about accomplishments or goals you've met, adventures you've been on, or times where you've just felt God's presence. Maybe you bring to mind things that you've learned, risks that you've taken, opportunities that you were given. Take this time to acknowledge the joy you have felt. Be grateful for these memories. Hold and love these memories with tenderness, care, and reverence. These memories are yours, and nobody can take them away. Remind yourself that you can always come back to these moments anytime that you need to. Now I invite you to shift your attention to some of the difficult things you've experienced this year, or over the past few years, or even into the recent months. Maybe asking yourself, what sacrifices did I have to make to come to Candler? What hardships have I faced in the past few years? What sort of losses have I encountered? Begin to enter these moments of sadness and grief. Perhaps you find that what comes to mind is more recent than feels comfortable. Your grief and sadness or loss might feel really present, and that's all right too. Honor these feelings, images, and sensations. Just like your moments of joy and happiness, hold these moments also with tenderness and care. Be kind to yourself as you bring to mind some of those hard times. Maybe even ask yourself, what am I learning about myself because of this pain? How has this pain affected my values? How has it shifted my attention? Stay here for a few moments. Now that we've reminded ourselves of some of the joy and loss we've experienced, I invite you to think about the present. Ask yourself, how do I feel right now? What is important to me right now? Who am I trying to be? Where am I trying to go? What do I stand for? What do I stand against? We might not be able to answer all of these questions right away, but just allow them to guide you. Perhaps these questions allow you to see something that is still to come. For the next few moments, give yourself permission to dream. What do you see for yourself in this next week? In this next month? Or in this next year? Where are you? Who are you? What are you doing? Begin to notice how your past experiences have impacted your dreams for the future. Take some time to envision good things for yourself, for those you love, and for the world. And maybe it brings a smile to your face. That's okay too. You can start small. You could think about safety and good health, peacefulness, and then just begin to grow from there. As you do so, notice how it feels to begin to build this dream. For some of us, this is fun and exciting, and for others, this may seem scary or overwhelming. Whatever your experience, remind yourself that this dream is yours. You do not have to tell anyone about it, and you can change it at any time you choose. You can adapt it as your life changes or your circumstances change. Make a place for this dream in your mind and in your body, and allow it to move you forward with determination, purposefulness, and hope. If you think it would be helpful, you can repeat to yourself silently or aloud, "This is my dream. This is my dream. This is my dream." You're welcome to stay here for as long as feels right. But whenever you're ready, you can start to exit this meditation by just deepening your breath, starting to move your body, coming back into the present moment, opening your eyes when you're ready. Thank you all so much for joining me for this self-reflection meditation. I hope it's been useful to you. Peace and light to you all.